Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for this video today. This video is about a cult, and I've been wanting to do this for a long time about this cult. I think cults are a great thing to study for all of us, but especially us survivors of these narcissistic relationships. And these cult stories exemplify these relationships. It's just on a bigger scale. It's like more people. Before I get started, I'd appreciate if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, ask me questions, vote up or down please, and share this video with someone else. Thank you very much. So the Heaven's Gate is the cult I'm talking about today. I'm hoping that this will help you guys understand how we lost ourselves, okay? Why it's so hard to explain to people that haven't experienced this too. When I first see members of cults, specifically this one, so we'll talk about this one, you'll see that look on their face, right? That just lost, yeah, you know? And you'll see the psychopathic cult leader, right? This is a good example. Marshall Applewhite, total psychopath. I don't even think that's diagnosing, it's just psychopathic, big time. You look at him, you see him, he's all eyes, you can see all white around his eyes all the time. He's always just, it's just insane. Just one photo of him, the thumbnail. I'll put it in the thumbnail. And then you see the leaders, and they got the look. 39 members, mass suicide in Rancho Santa Fe, California in 1997. Took their own lives. Why? How did this happen? This was all about Applewhite's own struggle with acceptance in society, relationships, and his own sexual orientation. So psychopathic cults are about the psychopathic leader, period. Not about anybody else in the group. They give up every single thing about themselves and are all devoted to the group, which is really the leader. Okay? Survivors tell a similar story. The survivors of this cult, there were about 60 or 70, so not all had the same ending. They escaped. But survivors tell a very similar story to Scientology, science fiction story. And when I first started learning about Scientology, they kept it very secret. They do. Scientologists, they're taught to lie. They won't be upfront about it, about their amazing science fiction story of aliens and going into a volcano and becoming humans. They really believe this, and they aren't told until they reach the final stage where they're already so committed and so invested they can't get out. And they buy it. They believe it. How does this happen? How? Well, Applewhite did this by taking away all individuality, no sex at all have the same exact appearance, and full isolation, okay? Full isolation. See, Applewhite struggled in early life. He did. And he was a music and drama professor in college, was found having a sexual relationship with another male student and was fired. He had different problems like this throughout his life. And he met his wife, Bonnie, who also was coming out of a huge divorce. Bonnie loved tarot cards, astrology cards. She lived her life by astrology. They were religious and Christian, and they decided that that our lives are pretty difficult, that humans are corrupt and need help, and they are going to save human beings by starting a group, by trying to get members to join this group, to become higher people, to become like Jesus. So here's the story. This was the story that they lived by. People are corrupt. We must transform. We must transform and change and be like Jesus. We must lead humanity out of corruption. And we must metamorphose. This was the whole thing. The whole thing was about changing okay, about changing their own metamorphosis, is what they called it, by becoming more and more like angels, which isn't easy to do. Angels aren't humans. Angels don't have human desires, and neither will these members eventually. Then the story slowly became, we must leave Earth. We must leave Earth to be greater than humans. Applewhite and his wife eventually convinced the members that they were aliens sent here to lead humans out of corruption. And that 33 spaceships are coming in 2001. Huge, huge. Well, eventually, he convinced them that Hale-Bopp, the comet, was a spaceship here for them to take them for their complete transformation to be like Jesus. And 39 members believed it and took their lives. The brain will believe what it sees. Very important. The brain believes what it sees eventually. Say I had an underground bunker that was 20, 30 feet below ground. And I tell you about it, I take you to it, I open you the door, and you see the stairs go down, down, way down. And you start descending down these stairs, getting a little claustrophobic would be a natural human response, right? But you get to my bunker, and it's designed exactly like your home. And as you hang out, I've got fake windows that look like outside. They look really good. And I've got a sliding glass door with a patio outside that's got lighting to make it look like sunlight, and grass and plants and trees. And long enough, even though you know, because this won't happen right when you see that, the window and the stuff outside, you'll laugh and go, and you'll see it looks fake. But as you hang out with me for a while, you'll look and glance at the windows and outside, and you'll forget that you're 30 feet down below, underneath the ground, and you won't feel claustrophobic. You won't feel like you need to get out of there anymore. Over time, you'll start to feel like, oh, I'm going to step outside for a second, go out in my patio. You're not outside. The brain will believe what it sees, even if you know inside. Applewhite struggled with his own sexuality so much, he eventually got castrated. And he convinced several other men to do the same. Not do it alone. This is all about Applewhite's struggle in life. Believing that his own sexuality is so bad, or the psychopath that everybody else is. I'm right. I don't fit in with this gross, weird world. Interesting. So, Applewhite telling this story over time, little pieces. It took a few years to get the whole story. Kind of like Scientology. You got to get levels. And they don't even tell you the whole story until like level 7, which could take many, many years and tens of thousands of dollars. Isolating them. Say goodbye to your families. Causing paranoia. People are going to try to stop us. These corrupt people won't like this. They won't like seeing us transforming into being more godlike, being better than them. They will try to stop us. This is a recipe, right, for complete control. So I take away all individuality, all personalization. I will remove you. And these are young. Typically, they were young. Maybe had neglectful families, bad relationships, kind of struggling, like a lot of young people do, most people do. And they sold a story to them. One of the survivors' mothers said, when my 19-year-old boy came to me to tell me goodbye, that he's leaving with them, that he said, I'd never heard anything like it before. the story that Applewhite sold him. I never heard anything like it before. At 19. And not having anyone else, not having any other contradiction, any other side, just all him, all this story, all this environment, take away everything. Your personal urges are bad and wrong. Be more like me. I'm an alien. I'm godlike. And your urges are bad and wrong. And be more like the group, not like yourself. We don't have likes and preferences and opinions. No, you're going to dress the same. You're going to shave your head. They were all found dead with shaved heads, brand new Nikes, and $5 worth of quarters in their pockets, and like a purple veil over their heads like this. All of them found perfectly in beds, laying there, truly believing what they were seeking. Sad. Really, really sad. Really sad for the families. And imagine these people trying to tell their story, you know. I think after a while, they felt that they can't tell their story. They're not like them anymore. Really, really sad. And it just exemplifies a narcissistic relationship perfectly. Let me know what you guys think. You guys can go watch the story. I recommend it. It's so interesting. I remember this story in 1997. I was young, and it made an impact on me, and I couldn't believe because when we hear the story, it's at the very end. Boom, here's this guy, total psychopath, saying that I'm an alien, and spaceships are coming on the comet, and let's all leave, and they all did like this with smiles on their face, and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm looking at the individuals going, you are crazy, instead of the leader saying you are manipulative and nasty. But all of it was his journey. It was all about him and his life. And you just drag everybody down with him to say, I'm good, I'm a good one, I'm God. Disgusting. If you do watch the story, let me know what you guys think. I'll try to put a link down below with the story. And ask questions. I'll always ask them. And I hope that this helps you guys understand your relationship better and maybe be able to help explain it better. Thanks, guys. Love yourself first. Anybody wants coaching, daviddemars.com. Bye.